Well, hello, Chatham Skipper here on a glorious Saturday afternoon. It's about 3:30. It's 21 degrees outside. Crazy for this late in October. It is October 23rd now, and I'd like to welcome you to this Saturday edition of Driving for Skip the Dishes in Chatham, Kent. I'm just leaving my home village, about 20 minutes outside of Chatham. Great shift last night. We worked 3 hours, ended up with 5 orders, which is a little lower than we would normally like to see, but rounded out the night at just over $55. So based on my 10 months of doing this, that is a pretty good result. We're working 3 hours today, 4 to 7. A little earlier than we would normally like, but it's getting dark early, and I'm not too keen on driving around neighborhoods at night. So hard to say how it will be. Saturdays, again, a lot more people eating out, at higher end restaurants, more people being generous with tips, so should be fairly steady. But it tends to be a little quiet until about 5 or so, until kind of dinner time really starts, so it's a little bit unpredictable. Yesterday was a little slow to start. We had a couple of small orders that we said no to, but despite our AR dropping, we actually ended up doing fairly well. So anyway, you'll rejoin the action in a moment when we get to base camp, so we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so we're at base camp. We're parked. We're going to go online on the app and see what happens. It was asking for extra couriers earlier. Again, not always an indication that it's busy. Could mean that people have dropped off, or it could mean there's a lot of orders. On shift, GPS tracking on. We didn't instantly get an order, so it doesn't look like it'll be super busy. It is 4 p.m. though. I don't normally start this early. I always try to target around the dinner hour. So just very quickly, I just declined a $15 order, and you might be thinking, well, you're insane. It was a Taco Bell order going to Kentbridge. So although it was nearly $15 for the order, it was 17 kilometers of driving. Now that's just to the customer, not coming in the other direction. So the lesson to be learned here, folks, is don't just accept an order because it looks like it's a shitload of money. Look at the distance. Kentbridge is going back towards where I live. I mean, if it was the end of the night, yeah, that'd be a great order to take, but I'm not going to start my day by wasting my gas driving all the way to Kentbridge to deliver that and come back. You could argue that if I did 2 orders within Chatham for $7 a piece, that the mileage would come close, but no guarantee. So no bueno. We said no to that one. So quick update. I just said no to another order. It was the Walmart McDonald's, and the Walmart Supercenter is the only one in Chatham, and it's super busy this time of day, so you can't park near the entrance. They're busy in that McDonald's, and they're not always that quick, so you end up waiting a horrendous amount of time. It was going to a less than ideal location, just because it's a walk up and it's hard to kind of navigate around there, and it was less than $1 a kilometer, so I'm sorry, I said no to that as well. So this seems to be the pattern lately. The first few orders I get are crap, end up saying no to them, take a real hit on the AR. Let's just sit tight and hope for the best. Hope something better comes our way. All right, finally a decent order. Wendy's, going way to the extreme south end of town. That's okay because it's a $14.96 order, and I'm only going 5 kilometers. So patience is a virtue here, folks. So we will accept this order, and we'll drive over to Wendy's. Wendy's, I'm trying to put it in gear. I don't even have it started. Wendy's is only one in town. Very, very popular restaurant in Chatham, and so they're usually, oh, thank you, super, super busy, and there's usually a wait. You've also got to be careful with their drinks. They have inserts that are supposed to go in the bags to hold the drinks, but they usually get lazy and just put it in a cardboard cup holder, a tray, and they're so flimsy and all over the place. So you got to really watch out for drinks. You don't want to be spilling the customers' drinks all over the place. But anyway, it's literally like just across from me here at base camp. So we'll get parked up. Bumpity 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 bump. And we'll get this order. What a goddamn nightmare. Holy Jesus. I have never seen such a massive order in my entire life. And I've got like, let's just put it this way. I've got so many drinks that they're in 2 trays, and the cups are not quite big enough for the trays. The trays are all flimsy. So I got all my cup holders. Thank goodness these minivans have a lot of cup holders. So that I don't spill the damn drink. So there I am with like my giant bag on my arm holding these 2 flimsy friggin' cup holders. Hoping to God I don't spill the drinks. The order was like, the receipt was huge. The poor girl was
next right onto McFarland Avenue.
So confused about what she was doing, and it took her forever. I walked into Wendy's and I kind of jinxed it because I thought, oh, there's hardly anybody in here. This will be quick.
Take the next right onto St. Clair Street, Ontario 40 South.
Well, you know, okay, there wasn't a lot of people, but this order was massive. So I texted customer K right when I got in there because I just, my gut instinct just told me that this was going to take a while, and said that it's you know, so it's taking a little longer than expected. I apologize. As soon as I have your order, I'll be there as quick as I can. You know, thanks for your patience. And just a little bit of extra customer service. Come on, traffic. But now we got to go hiking across town to the extreme south edge of the city.
In 300 meters, turn right onto McNaughton Avenue West.
With an absolute plethora of Wendy's food. Like there was something like 7 or 8 different orders, like different people's combos. And I got a big skip bag.
Take the next right onto McNaughton Avenue
and it
West.
barely fit. Like I had to really finagle it. So the plan is get there carefully, don't spill the damn drinks. She's like, oh, do you have room in the bag for the drinks? I'm like, what do you think? What kind of a silly question is that?
In 600 meters, turn left onto Sandy's Street.
And here's the thing. Some of the restaurants like McDonald's and others have a really good secure way of transporting drinks. And so you get the bags and the drinks are in there and you don't even really know there's drinks in there other than the weight. And it all goes in your skip bag. It's all neat and tidy. No issues. But some of the restaurants, Wendy's and Taco Bell in particular, they just, I think Wendy's has like a folding tray type thing that they're supposed to use, but half the time they just don't bother. They get frazzled.
Onto Sandy's Street.
Or there's too many drinks, and so they stick them on these flimsy little, like the cardboard trays, right? But looking at these drinks in these trays, the drink cups, as I said, they're a little bit too small for the tray. And it just, oh, so here we are, you know, we've got an order that's pretty lucrative. It's almost $15, but man, I'm having to work for it. You know, it's quite the ballet going from the restaurant to the van and loading everything into the van, and then when I get there, I can't just throw the food and everything down. I'm gonna have to very carefully take the food over and then reassemble the drinks on the trays. I'm gonna have to
for 4 kilometers.
Tell the customer if I see them, please be careful with your drinks because the trays suck. So yeah, this will go down in history as one of the most messed up orders I've had to do. Be interesting to see if I get a delay reimbursement, because it was quite a while, almost 10 minutes from the actual time I was supposed to pick it up before the staff member had all the food in my hand. So anyway, let's go deliver this order, and you'll rejoin the action when we're dropping it off. So it says there will be a road on the right, and then the house will be just past it. 454. And where's 454? That's
your destination is on the left.
That's 454. Oh yeah, they're busy. Yep, they got to do the peeping. I'll have to pull up as close as I can because there's a shitload of stuff. Okay. And I'm just going to leave this running. Park to customer. I'll be back momentarily with all the drinks. breather after that one. Good God. That was complicated. All right, let's just get out of this nice lady's driveway. I dropped the bags off first. And she came out to grab them, and I had to let her know, like, I'm not done yet. I got a bunch of drinks. Okay, so my app just updated. Again, this video is going to be shaky because of the road. And it says $16.46. So, that's good. Because what that's telling me is I got a delay reimbursement. So, transit pay, $5.16. $9.80 tip. Thank you. And a $1.50 restaurant delay reimbursement. So $16.46 for that rather complex order. And just one of the things I want to acknowledge is that, you know, okay, I was a little frustrated waiting. It was a little frazzled getting the stuff in the car, but it wasn't that long of a drive. It wasn't too scary dropping it off. The customer was very pleasant. The staff member was pleasant. So that little bit of stress for me, $16.46. I think part of the reason I get stressed is I don't like waiting. I don't like making the customer wait. And I also don't like anything that's going to risk slopping drinks everywhere. I at one time had a drink partially spill, and it partially got a bag all wet. And I'm ashamed to say that I didn't talk to the customer about it. I just dropped the food off and ran with my tail between my legs. And I've been determined to never repeat that. With this minivan, there's like, I don't know how many cup holders. So when I get drinks like that are in a really flimsy, shitty tray, I try to arrange them in the vehicle in such a way that they're safe and they get there. Because I don't want to, you know, this is people's dinner. I want their dinner to arrive to them in a timely manner. I want it to be hot. I want their drinks to be intact. But anyway, $16.46. We are 50 minutes into the shift. I'm going to catch my breath here a little bit, start heading back in the general direction of base camp, and then we'll resume offers and go on to the next one. So just a quick update. I've been back at base camp now for 10 minutes, and believe it or not, in those 10 minutes, I've had to say no to 2 orders because they were both around 6 kilometers in driving, but they were only paying like $4 and some odd cents. So what that says to me is you're only getting transit pay and 0 tip. I'm sorry, you know, tips are the bread and butter of this. I realize that, you know, some people are on limited budgets, and I'm not saying you have to tip a lot, but even $1, you know, would make a big difference. And I hate to say it, but if you're so broke that you can't even tip $1, then you probably shouldn't be buying fast food. You should just buy groceries. But no, less than $1 a kilometer and $4 for one order, like that last one probably would have taken me a good 20 minutes to complete. $4? No. So the wait continues. All right, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to accept this order. It's a Subway order for $4.10. And yeah, it's going to a 4-plex. These 4-plexes are a nightmare. So whatever, Subway's like right across the street. The destination is like a kilometer away. So as bad as this is, $4.10 should be a pretty short order and a pretty short delivery, so it's just going to help my AR. It's sure as hell not going to help my budget. So, and in this case, it's only 1 kilometer, 1.3 kilometers, and it's $4.10. So that means that this wonderful customer H, who I know lives in a geared to income area, has tipped. So sincere thank you for doing that. But anyway, enough talking. Let's try and get across the street to Subway. All right, I just needed a minute to finish up the order, so we're a little bit delayed, but this person is literally just around the corner, so ready to drive, and we will navigate, and oh, it wants me to go down Oxley. Well, that's not good, because then they're on the wrong side of the road. that's okay. We'll make it work. That's what I thought.
You've arrived.
Parked at customer. So that's an example of where Google Maps can lie to you. It was trying to get me to go down some back alleyway, claiming it was a road and the way to get to the friggin' customer. But as I know this part of town, I know very well that what it was telling me to do was completely wrong. But there you go. Order delivered, $4.10. Let's have a look here in a second and see what the breakdown for that one was. So $4.10 for transit pay, 0 tip. Oh well, that's okay. We weren't going very far, so not a big deal. So $20.56. We're about an hour and a half into the shift. We're actually doing okay, you know, $7-ish an order minimum for me. So 3 orders, $21. So I'm almost at $21. So all things considered, we're actually not doing too bad. But I really could use a better selection of orders to kind of bump things up. This is kind of an unusual Saturday. If it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, yeah, there's a lot of piddly little crappy orders on those days. The volume on Saturday should be higher, and the types of orders you should be getting should be better. So anyway, back at base camp, let the waiting begin. All right, so new orders come in from Boston Pizza. It's worth $20.44, which on the surface sounds amazing, but it's 16 kilometers of driving. It's on a house down by the river heading towards Pain Court, so it's way the hell out there. There's some very, very affluent families with giant mansions down in this particular road that is along the Thames River leading out of Chatham. And this is a tricky order because it's $20, which is great, but it's going to take me a considerable amount of time to drive from Boston Pizza to the customer, and then I'll be outside the delivery zone, so I won't be able to get actively on another delivery until I'm back in the delivery zone. So you could argue that this isn't necessarily a great order, but you've also got to look at time. And I told you earlier that I like to make about $7 an order and do 2 an hour. So even if this does take me an hour, I'm technically ahead of the game, and it would put me at $40 for today and $95 for the week. So it's kind of worth it. So off we go to the chaos that will be Boston Pizza on a Saturday evening at 5:30. Wish me luck. Chaos, absolute freaking chaos at Boston Pizza. Oh my God. That's not too bad. I was supposed to deliver at 5:58, and according to the GPS, I will make it there around, it looks like 6:10, so not too bad for the customer. I sent them a quick text just explaining that we were delayed. It was so busy that you couldn't even move in the lobby. They were telling other patrons that it could be, you know, in excess of 30 minutes for a table. So a lot of really grumpy
Turn left towards
customers.
St. Clair Street, Ontario 40 South, then turn right onto St. Clair Street.
Just insanity.
Take the next right onto St. Clair Street, Ontario 40 South.
And it's funny because yesterday's shift was so chill and relaxed, and tonight just seems frantic.
Continue on Ontario 40 South for 2 kilometers.
And I know that, I've got a pretty long drive ahead of me to get this customer their order. And now they're sitting there waiting, wondering, what the heck's going on. And it's not like I can drive like a bat out of hell and break the speed limit to get there. Another little thing I just want to comment on, which I find interesting. Most of the skip drivers that are here in Chatham are of South Asian ancestry. And I've talked to many of them, super nice, really cool people, mostly guys. And I think a lot of them are grinding at this all day. And as I said before, I take my hat off to them. But one of the things I've noticed that I'm curious about is they're constantly talking on the phone. Nearly all of them have AirPods, and they're just yakety, 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 yakety. I couldn't handle that level of distraction. I don't know if they've got a side business, or they're talking to their family. Maybe if you're out 8 hours a day, maybe that's how you stay in touch with your relatives. But it just, to me, it always just cracks me up how much they're talking on the phone constantly when they're out doing skip. As I've mentioned in my previous video, I kind of like the escape from things. But anyway, 13 kilometers to go, 14 minutes to this customer, so we'll see you in a minute. All right, order delivered. Just gotta be careful here. Gorgeous house that I just delivered to. And of course they wait until I drive off to even come out. They don't want to see the scuzzy delivery driver. But let's go take a look at that order. So total distance about 16.5 kilometers. Again, that's not counting the 12 kilometers or 8 kilometers I got to do now just to get back into Chatham, but $13.06 transit pay, $7.38 for the tip. Thank you very much. Woo, that's stressful, because I didn't realize it was this road on this side of the river. For some reason I thought it was the other side, and when we were getting close and the GPS says in 800 meters your destination will be, I'm like, please don't say left, please don't say left, because there's nothing on the left. It was just empty fields. And I don't know when there's another bridge, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't screw this up. But no, I didn't. We got there, no problem. So I'm outside of the Chatham delivery zone now, so not even eligible for another order for a bit. Amazes me that they let folks 8 kilometers, 12 kilometers, so far out of Chatham that they let them order food. That's just craziness. But anyway, I digress. It was, pretty stressful with how crazy the restaurant was, and then the drive out here kind of not fun. So now I can just breathe and cruise back into Chatham. It's 6:13 p.m. We got just over 45 minutes left in the shift, so I think we'll tackle one more in that time. There's no way we could do 2 orders in that time. We're at, what are we at? $41 for today, and $96.04 over the course of 2 days. And again, if you didn't watch the previous video, there was 3 hours yesterday, and we will end up doing 3 hours today. So probably about, ooh dear, sorry, something went wrong with my phone holder. Anyway, we'll stop here because my phone holder's messed up. All right, that's it, folks. I'm calling it. It's 6:40. There's only 20 minutes left in the shift. I just sat there for like close to 12 minutes or more, and not a single damn order coming in at all. So I'm gonna pull the plug. I'll summarize in more detail when I get back to the house, but we hit $41 for the shift. Technically $40 is my minimum for a 3-hour shift. And I guess we went over that by $1, but some shifts just have this general sour feeling to them where nothing's really going right. It's just, you're either not getting enough orders or the orders are getting their shit, and it just, today just has that vibe. So you know what? I got a little bit of shopping to do before I head home. I've also been told that my spouse forgot a key ingredient for dinner tonight, so please grab some pizza on the way. I'm tired. It's been a long week. You know, I did my full-time gig and then I did skip for 2 days, so I'm going to call it quits and head home. So we'll summarize when we're back at the house. All right, so let's just quickly summarize today's shift, which I was going to say was crap, but I guess really since I technically hit goal, I guess it wasn't too bad. Let me flip around here. So today's earnings, $41, only 3 orders, supposed to usually get around 6 in 3 hours of work. Saving grace was that 2 of them were fairly good price, and so $41 is the total. Looking quickly on the display in the van, we averaged about 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers on today's drive. And trip info, we did 102.7 kilometers, so I'll put below what that worked out to. So that'll do it, folks. See you next time.